Guys, today we're going to take a look at the blackout box. This is something that you just have handy if the power goes out. I mean, how many of us have been searching around for candles and then trying to find a match and, just running around? Great to have flashlights, your candle already in here, just some basic things that will get you through a power outage. Now, we are going to be looking at a couple of things after we go through this that you can add in case you're looking at more of possible storms. But overall, just being prepared for a power outage. It's simple, it's easy, and you just have it where you know where it is. Now here's the box we're going to use. It's one of the MTM case guard. I believe this is their large ammo crate. It's about the size of a 50 caliber ammo 10, but yet it weighs a heck of a lot less. It's 8.5 inches tall and it's 7.5 inches in width. So that just gives you an idea of the box. But and it's all according to what you put in here. Now, I've set this up for one person, and the reason I've done that is because, we start out with one, and then as you add other people, you want to have additional things in here. Now, marking your box to me is really important. It just gives you an idea that this is what this is for, and someone that may not know won't move it. But I also put it here at the bottom because I want to make sure that we have, either way, whether it's like this or, it's on a shelf, that you know what it is. Now, one other thing that I think is important is that it's waterproof, and these are waterproof. You have a rubber gasket that goes all the way around, plus this lip covers over the bottom of the box. Now we're going to pull these out one at a time, but I will have a list down below in the description. First off is some kind of poncho or rain jacket. And this is, again, guys, just if your power goes out, but obviously this can also be used if you have a storm or you have some kind of high winds and you have some things going on. So having a rain poncho if you need to go outside. Also having a first aid kit. Now this is a little bit upgraded, but having even a trauma kit could even be better. But if someone gets injured, you're going to have the means to be able to take care of them. And I've also added a space blanket, and this is a little bit of an upgrade with the SOL. This is a really nice little space blanket. Some of them that they make, are very cheap, and you can throw those in there that are just Mylar. This gives you a little more, and I really like these, and they're fairly inexpensive, and they come in these little cases. And so I think you need to have one for each person that's in your family. Having battery backup, but also your phone cable, and then here there's a flashlight charger, and so I can keep those things charged. And make sure that your battery backup is fully charged. Now, a candle is definitely a go-to when your power goes out. I'm using one of the Exotac 16-hour candles. These are fantastic. But you can use any candle. It doesn't really matter. But you do need to have a way to light those candles. Now, you'll notice I have a whole pack of Bic lighters because if I have one, typically it'll go out or something will be wrong. So you want to make sure that you have a couple of extra lighters. You don't have to put the whole pack in there, but, why not? And keep it sealed, and that'll help this to last longer. Also, I do have some waterproof matches that I'm going to throw in there as well. Having light is very important. I have a handheld light here. It's No Light Seeker 2 Pro. This is going to give me a lot of light, but also I think that having a headlamp is vital because this gives you hands-free, and then if you need to use it, you can pop it off. You can even put it on the bill of your cap. So really, headlamps are some of the best survival lights. But with the two together, you have a lot of options. But I also have extra batteries, and these take the CR123s, whatever battery that your light fits. You want to have some extra batteries, and I like to have it in this little small case. Good pair of work gloves to save your hands, just in case there's any damage or anything. You've got gloves to be able to protect them. Now, sometimes there's smoke and debris possible. So I do have a face mask, and then I have a bandana. I can put this around my face, and at least the debris or the smoke, it will help. But you can get respirators, and that's probably the best, but they're usually pretty large, and so these will do in most cases. And I make sure I have a multi-tool. And typically, if you're at your home and you have a flashlight, you can get to your toolbox, but just in case, throw in a multi-tool. These have multiple uses. That's why it's called a multi-tool. Now, during colder months, you might want to adapt some. These are just hand warmers, and so these are great. You can actually put these in your shirt or on your neck, and these will keep you warm all over. But again, just for colder months. I also have a notepad with a pen, and I had room, so I put the duct tape in there because there's a lot of things you can do. You may have a window busted out or something like that. You can seal it up, and you've got your duct tape. Last, we have a tarp. Now, this tarp has a space blanket built into it, and so this could also keep you warm. But, if you have some kind of damage or whatever, you can actually use this tarp, or just like the space blanket, someone can wrap up in this and stay warm. So guys, that's pretty much it. And to be honest with you, just in our standard power outage, this is probably more than you need. But obviously, having battery backups, having light, having a lighter to be able to light it, having flashlights, you know, even a poncho. Those are things that you're really going to need, and it's really great to be able to get to those items really easy. Now guys, one thing I almost forgot about is a lantern. Candles can be dangerous. I mean, you have open flame. And so having a small little lantern like this that's battery powered, you know, you click it on. I mean, this is a great way to be able to have light, and it's safe. This is rechargeable, so if you have a battery backup, you can charge it. But that's one thing. I had this on the charger, and that's the reason I forgot it. So it's important to make sure that whether it's flashlights, lanterns, whatever, that they're fully charged. Now, you can get a 10% discount on these and the flashlights that I showed with the link down below, and you use Sootch in the coupon code, and so to give you a little discount. But I just thought I would throw that in because sometimes people are looking. But these are great. And there's also the O bulb, which is a small little orb, and it'll set. It's even magnetic, and it has light, and they go forever on the low settings. Now guys, this definitely takes it to the next level. And so this is not necessarily part of the blackout box, but it may be some things you want to have on hand. First off is having a good pair of shoes, sturdy shoes, especially when you're sleeping at night. Obviously, you don't have your boots or your shoes around, so having those where you can get to them is one thing that we do, especially when there are tornado warnings and things like that. We want to upgrade. Also have some kind of goggles just to keep your eyes from getting damaged, you know, if there's a lot of debris. One thing too is having a wrench that is one of the utility shut-off wrenches. This shuts off our water. There are other, in fact, I have another tool that actually will shut off a lot of different things. And you know, if you're going outside to turn your power off, you're going to need to have some kind of boots or whatever and your rain jacket. But this will shut off the water. Or you may need to shut off your gas. And one thing that I really like to have handy with my bug out bags is a Prybar. And if you get stuck, like for us, we have a safe room that we get in. If for some reason the door was jammed or something happened, we'd have this Prybar to be able to get some leverage and possibly get out of a bad situation. So these things are just some extras. And obviously there's a lot of other things that might go with this, but I didn't want to get just too crazy. What I'd really like is for you to put together your blackout box and you have that ready. And then if you have a lot of tornadoes or earthquakes or things like that, you may want to consider some of these other items. But just for a standard power outage, the blackout box is going to be great. So guys, be ready for that power outage. It's really simple, and it's one of those things that can be very frustrating when the power goes out already. So if you have these items put aside, ready to go, you know where they are, then you know it's just going to make life easier. And again, if you're prone to having tornadoes and things like that, you know, throw in a few extras just in case. But with this, it really makes a great package together and helps you to be prepared. And again, guys, down in the comments, if there's something I've missed or you have an idea that might be suitable for a blackout box, just leave it down there. It's great to be able to have those comments down there to keep us all thinking. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Oh yeah, I'd definitely add a deck of cards. I mean, let's be serious. If our phones lose power, what in the world are we gonna do? It's an SHTF.